Okay, so let's talk about the next 21 days. And I want you to forget everything you think you know about the 21-day rule. This isn't just about picking up a new habit. No, this is way deeper. We're talking about a blueprint to fundamentally reprogram your mind, to literally rebuild who you are from the inside out. And it only takes 3 weeks.
So, think about it like this. You've got this 21-day window in front of you. That's it. And in that time, you've got a choice. You can either start building the future you've always said you wanted, or you can stay stuck with the same old excuses. This right here, this is the blueprint for making that choice.
And this slide, this really nails the shift we're talking about. Look at the left side. That's the old way, right? Trying to force change, relying on motivation that always fades. It's like pushing a boulder uphill. But on the right, that's the new way. We're not just building habits, we're reprogramming your mind. We're building a system so that you stop resisting change and you actually start to crave it. Big difference.
All right, let's dive into week 1. We're calling this the observer. And the whole idea here is super simple. You can't fix a problem you don't understand. So for these first 7 days, your only job is to just pay attention. Yeah, that's it. Your only goal for days 1 through 7 is just pure awareness. Why? Well, think about it. You've got these invisible scripts, these automatic patterns that run your life without you even realizing it. They're like the enemy you can't see. So our first job is to shine a big, bright light on them.
And here's the kicker. The real reason this stuff feels so hard. Your brain, it's physically wired for comfort. It is not designed for change. It sees change as a threat, as danger. It doesn't really care if you're happy or fulfilled, as long as things are predictable. So the second you try to change, your brain hits the panic button.
So this next part, this is probably the most important mindset shift you'll ever make. That feeling of discomfort, it is not a sign to stop. It's the exact opposite. It's the proof, the signal that your brain is actually starting to reprogram itself. When you feel that resistance, you know you're on the right track.
Okay, so here's your mission for week 1. I want you to become a detective of your own mind. You don't have to be perfect, just be present. What are your triggers? When do you find yourself procrastinating? What just completely drains your energy? What shatters your focus? Grab a notebook, and when you notice these things, write them down. The goal is to stop living on autopilot.
And that brings us to week 2, the builder. We've done the observing, now it's time for action. This is where we start to build real momentum. And honestly, this is the exact point where most people throw in the towel.
So for days 8 through 14, your one and only goal is action. Simple, right? But here's the thing. By now, that initial burst of motivation is probably gone. Your brain is screaming at you to go back to what's easy, what's comfortable. This is the real test.
So the rule for this week is simple but powerful. Act without negotiation. Your mind is just like a muscle. The only way it gets stronger is by working against resistance. So when that alarm rings, you get up, no debate. When it's time to work, you start, no overthinking. Every single time you act when you don't feel like it, you are literally building the muscle of discipline.
And you know what? Something pretty amazing starts to happen right around day 10. You'll start to notice these little wins. Maybe your focus is just a little bit sharper. You hesitate for a second less. That's not just in your head. That's your brain physically creating and strengthening new pathways. And because of that, you start to trust yourself again. But I gotta warn you, just as you start feeling good, just as you build that momentum, your old excuses are gonna come back. And they're gonna be louder than ever. You deserve a day off. You've done enough. You have to recognize that voice for what it is. It's your old self fighting to survive. It's trying to drag you back to the comfort zone. When you hear it, smile. It means you're winning.
Okay, that momentum from week 2 carries us right into the final, most important phase. Week 3, the transformer. This is where we go from just doing the work to being the person. This is what makes the change stick.
So for these last 7 days, day 15 to 21, the focus changes completely. It's all about identity. It's not about doing things differently anymore. It's about becoming someone different. And you can see the dynamic totally flips this week. For the first 2 weeks, you were kind of fighting your mind, right? Pushing against that resistance. But now you're leading your mind. Success, discipline, it starts to feel normal, familiar. You're not forcing the change anymore. You are the change.
And this really is the secret to the whole thing. Your mind doesn't follow effort in the long run. It follows identity. You will never, ever consistently act in a way that goes against the story you tell yourself about who you are. It's just not possible.
So your mission for week 3 is to get intentional about reprogramming your self-image. Every single morning, you're going to say it out loud, even if it feels a little weird at first. I am disciplined. I am focused. I finish what I start. But, and this is the most important part, you have to immediately back it up with an action that proves it's true. Words plus proof equals belief. So, what actually happens after 21 days of this? What's the results? Well, it's not just that you picked up a new habit. It's that you've built an entirely new mindset, a completely new way of being.
And look, this isn't just some motivational fluff. This is based on hard science. It's a real thing called neuroplasticity. That's just a fancy word for your brain's incredible ability to physically rewire itself based on what you consistently do. Every time you chose action over comfort these last 21 days, you were literally a sculptor, changing the physical structure of your own brain.
A great way to think about it is like you've installed a brand new operating system on your mind's computer. The old OS, it was programmed to seek comfort at all costs. But this new one, your new self, it's programmed to seek out growth. It doesn't need a jolt of motivation to run. It runs on momentum and mastery.
And maybe the best part of all of this is that you didn't just survive some 21-day challenge. No, you've built a brand new foundation for your entire life. Progress isn't something you have to grind for anymore. Growth is just who you are now.
So all this really comes down to one simple, powerful question for you. Fast forward 21 days from right now. Who are you going to be? Are you going to be the same person you are today, or is this, right now, going to be the moment you look back on as the day everything changed for you? The clock starts now.